Hi there, welcome, bienvenidos. Thank you for joining me here, Heather Sandin, in this beautiful space and jungle of Costa Rica. And I am here today to bring you a slow, nourishing detox flow, in which we will be moving into and through various asanas, various poses. That includes a variety of twists and just deep breaths to help us cleanse and rinse from the inside out. So, thank you for joining. Let us find a comfortable seated shape, and if it feels good to you to sit onto a block, cushions, or pillows, please grab that at this time. It helps to prop our sit bones up just a little bit as we invite the softening and the relaxation of the legs through the hips to just begin to melt down towards the surface. Beginning to release tension and soften. So once we find a comfortable seated shape, again, whatever that looks like for you, even beginning seated into a chair, let us begin to invite the sit bones down into the surface. And maybe as we take just another glance around us, sipping in all of the surroundings, I invite you to close your eyes, to begin to turn your gaze inward. And as we scan our being, let us begin at the tips of our toes, softening each and every toe, the top of the foot, the bottom of the foot, our ankles and calves, lower leg, and upper leg. Allow the navel to pull in slightly, inviting length through the lower back. And then inviting the belly to soften. Gaze inward, just scanning the stacking of one vertebrae on top of the other. Embodying and trusting this inner structure of our bones. Riding that awareness up the center of your core. Allow the heart to open and lift slightly. While the shoulders and ribs exhale downward towards the hips. Arms become heavy. And a gentle tuck of your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. Now unclenching the jaws, feel the spaciousness through the throat as the tongue melts away from the roof of your mouth. Face and eyes become heavy. Space between the eyebrows softens. And with this gentle lift through the crown of your head, the top of your head, rescan that awareness back down through the upper body to the lower body, just noticing again where we can soften. And then tuning into the breath, I invite you to create intentional inhales and exhales. With your inhale, let us fill up the belly, expand the ribs, and lift the heart. And your exhalations, the chest lowers, the ribs pull back in, as does the belly. And beginning to ride this breath like a wave, flowing in, expanding expanding. And then riding it back out, letting it release. Our breath is a large part of our practice, an integral piece. So beginning to connect with our breath simply here, inhaling and exhaling without movement. Tuning into this moment of our intentional breaths brings us back to the present, the connection, yoga. And I invite you to take a few deep intentional inhales and then open mouth exhales. So letting these exhales go through the mouth helps us to release additional heat in the body, or any extra tension or resistance that we may be holding on to. I invite those deep intentional inhales and open mouth exhales throughout our practice. One more deep intentional inhale and exhale, and then let us bring our hands to our heart center, prayer mudra, Anjali mudra, with the palms together, thumbs gently pressed into the sternum. And with a gentle bow of the head towards your heart. As we flow into and through our practice, I invite you to be gentle and compassionate with the deepening. Aware of what thoughts and feels arise as they will, while constantly returning back to our breaths, to the moment, to our gentle detox flowing practice. And then rubbing the hands together, creating a little bit of heat in the hands, placing them gently over tops of the eyes, blinking them back open. Releasing the hands, returning to the here and now. Again, thank you for joining, making and taking this time for you. So if you were sitting onto a block or a cushion, let's remove it and just set it to the side for now. Lengthen the legs in front of us, wiggle out the toes and the ankles. And then switching your front leg that was crossed. And if you don't remember, you will when you get there, no worries. Grounding back into those sit bones, navel slightly engaged, lengthening the low back. Exhaling the ribs over top of the hips, shoulders stacked. Movement with the breath. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, the left arm down, the right arm lengthens. And just taking a few moments to pause in each shape, really connecting with your breath, nourishing inhales and exhales, no rush here. So just open and lengthen through the side body. And then engaging the navel, inhale to center. Exhale, opposite side, right arm lowers, left arm lowers. And with your deep inhales, feeling the space between your ribs, the intercostal muscles really opening to expand. Exhaling, releasing any tension. Navel engages, inhale to center. Beginning our twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale, left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes behind us as we roll our shoulders back. Tuck the navel in, lengthening the spine. And then exhale from the center of your core rather than pulling with the arms. Exhale to twist. Breath for movement. Exhale, engaging the navel, twisting just a little more. Root to rise, lengthen the spine. And then inhale, unwinding. Arms back to the sky, shoulders away from the ears. Opposite side, exhale. Right hand to the left. And the left hand behind us again, rooting down through the tailbone. Feel the navel engaged. And on your exhales, twist from your center just a little more. Arms can be relaxed a bit more. Squeeze from the core, rinsing out. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Take a moment to pause here, just to wiggle it out. Allow length in the spine and the low back, and then allow your head to lower down, shaking no and yes. Perhaps we support our forehead by stacking hands, pillows, or creating a touch with the earth. A few cleansing breaths here, softening. On your next exhalation, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Hands placed behind the hips, shoulders squeeze back, lift the heart. Inhale to fill up, exhale, lift the hips to the sky. Then slowly make your way back down to your sit bones as you rock and roll yourself forward to find all fours. Knees underneath of the hips, hands underneath of your shoulders. Feel this nice long spine, flat back as we flow through a couple cat-cows. So inhale, roll the shoulders back, drop the chest and belly. Lift the tailbone and the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, rounding through the tailbone. Navel engages. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press the floor away. Chin tucks in. Flowing with your breath and movement, inhales to our cat. Exhale. Flowing with your breath. Exhale. As you press into cat. Inhale to cow, dropping down, squeezing shoulders back towards the hips. Flowing with your own breath into cow. And into your cat on your exhales. Take a few more rounds here. Perhaps adding in any extra movements that feel good to you, whether you round through or create any figure eights. Authentically moving, connecting with what feels good to you. Returning to a neutral spine and then walking the knees really wide, bases of your toes together. Exhale into child's pose, belly back in between the thighs, extending the fingertips outward. Belly and chest falls towards the earth. And then resting the head down. Child's pose, balasana. If at any time throughout our practice you need a rest to come here, then do so. And on your next inhalation, roll up, knees come back in underneath of the hips, hands underneath of the shoulders. Moving into another spinal twist. Right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale the left arm high. Maybe a few hand rolls or shoulder rolls if that feels good to you. Keeping the hips in a nice square line, inhale. And then on your exhale, thread the needle through, left hand underneath of the right. Lie down onto your left shoulder, left cheek. And then walking the right hand towards the top of your mat. Hey buddy, pet a furry friend if they're near you, or each other. Inhale the arm high, and then the right arm can stay either at the sky, the floor, or if a bind feels good to you, place it behind your hip. And again, with every exhale, maybe we just squeeze the core a little bit more. Roll the right shoulder back just a little bit more. Rinse it out. And if you're in a bind, begin to make your way out. On your next exhalation, with the right hand in front of your face, press up, exhale, unwind. Left hand back to the sky. Again, a few wrist rolls or shoulder rolls. And then placing that left hand back down to the floor. Bring the left hand to your center. Left hand to the center. Inhale, right arm high. Maybe a couple wrist rolls, or arm and shoulder rolls. And on your next exhalation, thread the needle through, right hand underneath of the left. Lowering down to your right shoulder, right cheek. And then maybe walking the left hand to the top of your mat, above the head. Maybe bringing the left hand to the ceiling, the sky, up above you. And then if it feels good to bind, left hand behind the hip, or finds the low back. Just breathing into these spaces, and with your exhales, twist a little bit more. Engage the navel. Rinsing it out. Deep, cleansing breaths. And if you found yourself into a bind, make your way out. Left hand underneath the shoulder. On your next exhale, press up, right arm unravels. Again, maybe a few arm, wrist, shoulder rolls. Hands back in underneath of the shoulders. Again, knees walk in towards each other, feet connected. Inhale, exhale, press the self back into embryo pose. So here our belly and chest rest onto the knees and thighs. Hands come next to the legs, and then we lie our head down. So supporting our back here, opening up a little bit deeper through the back body. We have the option to come here throughout our flow as well for a delicious resting place if we need. Otherwise, roll up one vertebrae at a time, beginning to tuck all 10 toes as we slightly separate the knees. Inhale, exhale the belly back towards your knees as if you are a cat getting ready to pounce. Navel engages, shift forward, knees can come up off of the floor or place them down wherever you are. Breathe in and exhale the belly back to your thighs. Now lengthening the neck, shoulders pull down as if you have shoulder blade pockets, shaking the head no and yes. Maintaining that length in the neck, armpits slightly roll in. Exhale to Adho Mukha Shavasana, legs lengthen. Then maybe a little wiggle side to side, maybe bicycling of the feet. So pressing into and through the hands, a slight lift of your palm. And our nice Hasta Bandha. Elbow pits, armpits turning towards the face, lengthening the neck. Shoulder blades down from the ears. A lift in the navel. Hips to the sky. Legs are long, inviting the heels to the ground. Breath in. And exhale, rolling through, nice rounded spine as if we're moving through our cat and find ourselves into plank. Navel engaged. Option to lower the knees if we need. Breathe in here. Just firing up the core, the center of our body. Continuing to warm up for our detoxing. Inhale, exhale. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Down dog. Exhale, round through, finding plank. Navel engaged, press the floor away slightly. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips to the sky, press back. Adho Mukha Shavasana. One more time, inhale, exhale, roll through. Inhale. Exhale. And lengthen the neck, shaking it no and yes. On your next exhalation, right hand comes back towards your left thigh, shin or ankle, and a gentle down dog twist with Madao. Inhaling and exhaling. And releasing the right hand back to the earth. Engage, check in, lengthen the neck. Inhale, exhale, left hand back to the right thigh, shin, ankle. On your exhale, twist, maybe a little deeper. Rinsing it all out. Unwinding, eyes gaze forward, walk to meet your hands. Feet hip width apart, lifting your toes, placing them back down. Exhale, deepening your forward fold, belly towards the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need. Holding opposite elbows, ragdoll. Hang out. Releasing the arms, navel engages, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling up as if we're moving through honey. Slower than what maybe we want to go. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Feels so nice. Grounding into our Tadasana, rooted down. Legs are strong. Engage the navel, lengthening the lower back. Ribs exhale over the hips. Shoulders roll back. Heart lifts. Arms are long and energized. Chin slightly tucks. Find that space in your throat by unclenching the jaws and releasing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Rising up through the crown of your head. Flowing through sun sal A, inhale the arms high. Surya Namaskar A. Exhale the hands through heart center or flying wide. Lower down, flat back. Inhale, flat back, finding length through the tailbone and the crown of your head. The hands can be on your thighs, shins, maybe even a block, a cushion as we find length. Then on your exhale, bend the knees as much as you need to place the hands on the earth. Stepping back right and left foot to find plank. Lower to the knees. Shoulders roll back, elbows tight to the body as you lower chest, chin, belly. Slither through, shoulders roll back. Inhale, baby cobra. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, press back through all fours. Tuck the toes. Meeting back into down dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Eyes gaze forward, stepping left and right, foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, we rise. Meeting into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel that grounding, rooting in. Rising up. Opposite side leads. Inhale the arms high. Flat back, forward fold. Inhale to our half lift. Hands to the floor. Shins, thighs, or block. Find length. Exhale, bend the knees as much as you need. Place the hands upon the earth. Stepping back left and right. Option to stay into modified chaturanga, lowering the knees or shifting forward. Chaturanga, elbows to the ribs. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here for a few breaths. And again, when we flow through our chaturanga, option to set the knees down into a baby cobra rather than the full expression. And perhaps throughout our time you switch between the two. It's all good as long as you're tuning into you. Every day we feel a little different. A little more open or less, a little more stronger or not. Just nourishing exactly where we are. Deep cleansing breath. I gaze forward, stepping right foot forward, left foot forward to meet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. We rise. Getting into our Tadasana. Grounding into this shape. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, we rise. Exhale, stepping right foot back. Take a moment to pause. High crescent lunge. Again, hands can be at the floor, blocks, pillows, thigh. lowering back knee down, inhale, rise. Tuck the navel, lengthen the low back, and then sink deeper into that left thigh. Too much on the shoulders, no worries, crescent arms. Release where we need to release. And then on your next exhalation, twisting to your left thigh, right arm forward, left arm back again. Exhale from the navel to twist. Option to place the right hand on the left thigh. Twist a little deeper. Shoulders away from the ears. Slowly unwinding and twisting, arms to the sky, cartwheeling down around that left foot. Step back. Option to flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, up dog. Exhale, meeting back into down dog. Take a moment to rest. Breathe here. Checking in, shaking head no, and yeah. Eye gaze forward. Step right foot forward. Pause here for a moment. Finding length. And then lowering our back knee, inhale, rise. Again, check in, lengthen the low back, and then sink deeper into that front right knee, right thigh. Inhale, the arms high or to crescent, or maybe they stay on your hips. Breathe in. And on your next exhalation, twisting, squeeze from the core center of your navel. Breathe out, cleanse, twist. Rinse it out. If it feels good to you, placing left hand on the right knee. Maybe our eyes trace back towards our back hand. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, twist a little more. Rinsing it all out. Unwind yourself to the center. And then hands frame our front right foot back to meet the left. Again, flow through full chaturanga or modified. Chest, chin, belly, slither through baby cobra or up dog. And then meeting back into down dog, few breaths. Eye gaze forward, step, hop, or fly to the top, meeting your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, we rise. Meeting into Tadasana. Grounding in, feeling perhaps a little bit of the heat that we have already created. Our inner fire. And then walking the big toes together, heels stay slightly separate. Surya Namaskar B. Sun Sal B. Sit the hips back into chair pose. When we look down, we should be able to see our toes, maybe even lift them so the weight is more into the back. The thighs squeezing inward. Tucking the navel to lower the back to lengthen instead of pouching it out. Be mindful of strengthen through your core. Sit back maybe just a little bit more. Arms can be long, cactus, or at your hips. Inhale. Hold it. Sit down just a little more. Inhale, exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping right foot back. Rise, high crescent. Back knee bent just a little bit, navel engaged. Find length in the low back. And on your next exhalation, twisting here, squeezing, twisting, rinsing it out. Maybe a little flow, lighten it up. Listen to the music or whatever music maybe you have on in the background, finding some rhythm, a little play. Maybe the lips turn up for a smile. Inhale. Exhale, shifting forward, cartwheel the arms down. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Flow through your vinyasa of choice. Meeting in Adho Mukha Shavasana, maybe a resting pose, balasana, child's pose, or maybe even embryo. Lengthen your neck, shaking it no and yes. Either cleanse through deep exhalations with an open mouth or maintaining that internal heat. Lips stay sealed. If you've made it down to a resting shape, meet us back here into down dog. And then our eyes gaze forward, step the right foot forward. Find that depth and that length into our back leg as we rise, grounding here. Navel engaged, lengthen the low back. Sink a bit deeper into our front thigh. Inhale to rise. Couple breaths here as we exhale, pull the navel in, arms fly wide, squeeze the shoulders back. So pulling the shoulder blades back towards each other helps to open the chest, helps to squeeze from the navel. Palms can roll up or out or down, whatever feels good to you. I like to rotate them up or straight outward. It helps with alignment and the real squeezing, rinsing, exhaling that navel in. Maybe the hand comes to our thighs. We trace our head back to our back hand. Maybe the back leg lengthens just a little. Being mindful of the low back. Squeeze the navel in just a little bit more. And then rotating the arms, framing that front right foot. Flow through modified or full chaturanga. Slither, baby cobra, or up dog. Meet down dog. Few breaths here. Now gaze forward. Step, hop, or fly to the top of the mat, meeting your hands. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Bend the knees to allow your belly and chest to rest. Inhale the arms high. Utkatasana chair pose. Ground here. Check in with the toes. Check in with the thighs. Navel. Chest. Arms. Maybe we sit down a little bit more. Inhale to rise. Tadasana. Grounding here. Moving into our twisted chair. Exhale, sitting back into Utkatasana chair. Rotating to your right. Hands to heart center, then exhale. twist. Again, exhale from the core, twist. And then we shift forward, binding the arm, the elbow to the outer thigh. Check in with your knees. Are they even? Keeping them together. Squeeze again from the core. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Chest comes towards your thumb. Thumbs towards the sternum. Exhale, twist. Inhale, release. Utkatasana. Opposite side. Hands through heart center. Exhale, twisting. Elbow into the outer thigh. Check in with the knees. Squat down just a little bit more. Exhale from the navel, thumbs towards the sternum. Inhale, unwind. Utkatasana. Exhale, lengthen, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back into chaturanga. If we hop, let's land with bent elbows. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, exhale, eyes gaze forward, stepping right foot forward. Inhale, rise. Shift ourselves forward as we exhale the hands to our heart center. Twisting left elbow outside of that front right knee, pause. Option to lower the knee anytime that we need. Inhale, exhale, twist, rinse, squeeze it out a little bit more. If it feels good to you, maybe we fly our arms, but squeeze the shoulders back. Maybe we stay at heart center. Length from the back heel to the crown of your head. One more deep cleansing breath. Unwind the arms, right foot steps back to meet the left. Option to flow through a vinyasa. Maybe we stay, maybe we pause into a resting shape. Wonder exactly where you are. Eye gazes forward. Make your way to step left foot forward. Rise, high crescent lunge. Deep into that front left thigh. Hands to the heart center. As you exhale, shift a little forward and then twist from the core. Right elbow to the left outer thigh. With every exhale, twist a little bit more. Thumbs towards your sternum. Squeeze the shoulders back if it feels good to you to fly the arms. Remember the shoulder blades. Remember your breath. Cleanse. Squeeze it out. Detoxify. One more deep cleansing breath. And then unwinding the foot back to meet the right. Option to flow through your choice of movement or resting. Couple more breaths here. Slowly rounding through, knees lower to find the earth. Tucking the toes underneath. Let us sit ourselves back for our toe stretch. Grateful for these foundations that we have. Opening up, breathing into that heat. The spaces of our feet. Navel engaged, spine length, root to rise. Inhale. Exhale, shifted forward, pat them out. Thank you, feet. And then shifting ourselves back to our sit bones. Knees bent up, toes flexed, shoulders roll back, chest towards the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, Navasana boat pose. So maybe one shin lifts and then the other. Maybe our hands release. Maybe both feet lengthen, arms lengthen. Feel that fire in your core, that strength, that cleansing energy that we just created. Hold this for one more deep intentional inhale. Deep intentional exhale. And then lower down, knees to the belly, giving a little gentle back massage. And then lengthening the left leg, the right knee stays inward towards our belly. So massaging a little bit of our ascending colon on the right side. Again, additional part of cleansing, detoxifying. Just rolling this right knee and thigh into the right side of your belly. Gentle massage. Gentle pressure. And then slowly release your right leg down. Opposite side, left knee comes up into your descending colon, pressing that thigh and knee inward towards the belly. A gentle side to side and up and down movement. A little massage. I knew we were going to be massaging our colon in this practice. Learning all types of techniques and flows. Proper flow. Releasing it there and then bringing that right knee back up and in. Bring the chest and shoulders towards the thigh. Lift the left foot up. A few abdominal strengthening, core strengthening, while also again cleansing through the intestinal tract. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly switch. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly switch. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly switch. And begin to lengthen breaths. Depths maybe of the crunches. Strong here. Firing it up. One more each side. Let us turn into twists a little bit quicker. So on the exhales, we will squeeze in. On the inhales, we will switch. So twisting. Inhale, left elbow outside of the right knee. Exhale, squeezing it in. Inhale, switch. Squeeze. Switch. Squeeze. Switch. A little bit quicker. Moving at your own breath. Speed. Mindful of the switch and exhales. Almost there. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Rest it out. Knees come in, massaging the belly, the back. And then finding length. Legs are long, arms are long. Extend. Oh, stretch it out. That feels so good. Then slowly rotating, rolling up. One spine at a time. We're just helping ourselves to get up. Last, strengthening and cleansing, detoxifying of the core, of the center, and our whole being. Feet are together, toes are flexed, knees and thighs together, shoulders up and back. Finding it nice, reclined shape, navel engaged, back is flat. Mindful of rounding. If we're here, then just lift up a little bit more. It's all good. So here, shoulders roll back, hands frame the knees. When we exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Throughout, we can lift our heels. We can lower them back down. I will join you in alternating. So shoulders roll back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cleansing breath. You've got this. Here we go. Breathe in. And twist to your right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Keep flowing. Keep breathing. Keep doing the work. Keep lifting the heart. Squeezing the core. We are almost there. Strong bolts. Cleansing breaths. Detox. Flow. Sweat it out. Breathe it out. Rinse it out. Last side. And relax. Rise on up or lay on down. Give the self a hug. Find yourself some nourishing movements. And wherever you are, let us come our knees to the chest and roll ourselves back and down. As much cleansing and detoxifying, rinsing that we do, it's a great bonus to invert, whatever that looks like in your practice. Today we're just going to simply do legs up. So we'll place a block cushion or a rolled up towel underneath of our hips. If you do not have that with you, you can roll up the edge of your mat. If that's not with you, no worries. We can lift our legs up, place them against a pole, a wall, to help hold them up. So you have your prop, place it underneath the hips, but closer towards the tailbone, closer to the bum. Roll the back and shoulders back slightly, chin towards the chest, and then lengthen the legs. Let's begin to roll our toes and ankles around. Maybe we lengthen the arms, wiggle the fingers. Here for a moment. So here we're inviting the blood flow to circulate in the opposite direction. Cleansing, rinsing, releasing inflammation, detoxification through the lymphatic system, through our blood circulatory system, as it cleanses through the heart to be renewed and refreshed blood. Begin to wiggle or massage the legs just a little more, maybe kicking them back and forth. And then bringing the knees into the chest, releasing ourselves from our prop. Just setting it off to the side. Gentle massage of the low back. Resting here for a moment. And then on your exhalation, knees come out wide towards the armpits. Feet stamp up towards the sky ceiling as you walk your hands up your shins to your ankles. Staying here so the low back can stay flat. Shoulders down. Maybe the hands walk out to the outsides of our feet. Maybe we peace fingers around our big toes. Wiggle a little side to side in our happy baby. ¿Qué es eso? Ay, tranquilo, tranquilo. ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? Maybe we wiggle a little side to side in our happy baby. Maybe we lengthen left and right legs. And then returning them up to the sky one more time. A little wiggle. Knees come in, and then let us settle into our final resting shape, our Shavasana. So in our Shavasana, we invite every little bit of our whole being to soften, to let go. From the tips of our toes to the crown of our head. I invite you to explore all the layers of your being and where else we may be able to soften. I invite deep intentional inhales and cleansing open mouth exhales. Perhaps releasing heat, resistance, anything else we may be holding on to that no longer serves us. And just letting go in the now. Allowing your rest, the reward of the effort, the cleanse, and be exactly where you are in this moment. invite you to return to your breath. Deep intentional inhales and exhales, maybe placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Feeling this inner fire, the warmth that we created. Perhaps the heartbeat beginning to slow down. Returning to more stillness. With the awareness of your breath, this prana, life force energy, I invite you to return to your physical being as you begin to wiggle your toes, maybe your fingers, making any movements that feel good to you. Lengthening, opening back up. Mindful movement. I invite you to maintain your eyes closed, gaze inward as you roll to either your right or your left side. And if it feels good for you to stay into Shavasana for an extended period, just listen and do so. Otherwise, in your time, I invite you to roll up to find a seated shape. Perhaps in the shape that we were first in before we began our practice, wherever that is for you. Settling back into our sit bones. Legs are heavy yet soft. Navel slightly pulls in to lengthen the low back. Ribs stacking over hips, shoulders stacking. Heart slightly lifts. Chin slightly tucks. Crown of the head rises, finding that root to rise. Perhaps still noticing this nourishment, this heat created through our whole being. Or just exploring and witnessing any feels and shifts that arose throughout our practice. Riding our breath like a wave, inhaling and exhaling. I invite you to place your hands at your heart center, gently bowing the head towards your heart. Honoring yourself for making and taking this time to nourish, to cleanse, to purify your whole being with this sweet, delicious detox flow. I invite you to take 3 more deep intentional inhales, open mouth exhales. Cleansing it out. Letting go of what no longer serves us. As I place my thumbs to my third eye, my seat of intuition, I honor and I see the light doing its work within each and every one of you, also within me and all beings. This trust and knowing, I bow in gratitude and say Namaste, Sat Nam, much love. Thank you for joining. Please repeat and share as much as you like. continuing this delicious, nourishing, detoxifying flow. Thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure. Please like and share. Send comments and feedback below, and let me know what it is that you would like to see in practice, and be happy to share as well. Thank you so much. Enjoy this beautiful morning, day, evening, wherever this finds you. Thanks again, and ciao for now.